Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy II for the Nintendo Famicom system. Last episode, we stopped outside the Dreadnaught, and I'm going to show two different things that can happen. So what you should probably do is you should go in here, when you talk with this guard, you go to your item menu, and you give him the pass. And then he will disappear, and you can go on board. So I'm just going to cut out this battle here. You don't want to talk with any of these guys though, because these guys, they all recognize you as rebels. And you'll have to fight one of these captains, and they're pretty tough. We can actually defeat a captain though, and I'm going to show you what happens here when we do that. So you want to talk with this guard, and you want to give him the password Wild Rose. That shows that you're a rebel. And that's going to start up a fight with this guy. So it'd be really nice if he dropped that flame bow. That would be really awesome, but even if he did, I wouldn't use it. So our goal right here is we want to throw Maxine in the back, because she's going to be doing the main amount of damage with her fire spells. Gordon can be just a diversion up there in the front. We want to hopefully hope that Booker gets a curse spell on the captain. That would really help us out, both allowing Fess and Booker to deal some damage to him, and also lowering his stats, lowering his ability to hurt us. But unfortunately, we don't get lucky in that sense. So it's kind of luck-based. You basically hope that he uses a bunch of the bow 3s, because his physical attacks are very deadly. The bow 3 you can survive pretty easily. Fess is going to be basically just preemptively healing. So usually the captain will go first. We don't get lucky this time though, unfortunately. Fess went first, but yeah, you can see Booker can basically survive one hit from the captain, so that's why we always want to have Fess preemptively healing, so that, you know, if the captain goes first, hits Booker, then Fess will heal him up. So we just gotta hope that Fess goes before the captain, or the captain uses his bow 3. So this is a good time when we're lucky that Fess, whatchamacallit, has that targeting glitch where the enemies tend to want to target Maxine and Booker. So keeps Fess alive to heal up and keep Booker alive. So we got lucky there again. We had another bow 3 used against Maxine. Bow 3, like I said, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and Maxine, that's the only thing that can hit her. So pretty safe here. So we got pretty lucky here. Like I said, Maxine is our main damage dealer, so woohoo! We managed to take out a rank 5 enemy, woohoo! And got some stat up from that, because obviously, you know, high stats, so. Well, we took out the captain guarding there, and he'll always be gone now, so we don't have to worry about the pass anymore. We still want to just avoid talking with any of the other folks, though. So, because as you can see, that battle was pretty tough, and we don't want to have to fight it any more times than we have to. So, I guess you could if you want to. You can keep going in and out here and trying to farm that captain for a flame bow. We can get a flame bow in the next dungeon. We're not supposed to go to this dungeon next. Well, no, you can get the dungeon in the next dungeon. But like I said, that dungeon's pretty hard, so we won't necessarily be going to get that flame bow right away. So, but yeah, it's a massive increase, so. Well, unfortunately, we all got blinded there, so we didn't get any stats, but we got a bunch of stats from the captain, so. Now, whenever you bring somebody back from KO, they're always going to be in the back row, which isn't a problem with Gordon, because we want him in the back row anyway now with his bow. We can also save some MP by using the Asuna spell. You can target everybody with it at once. But I'm more worried about not saving MP, but more about building up the Asuna spell. So we're going to do a quick dive here into the Dreadnaught. So there's a few things you want to do, and then we're going to leave out and use the cottage to heal ourselves up. So, new enemy here, the gas. These are the ones I talked about in a previous episode. They're really annoying because they can cast Blind 4 on all your characters, and once again, Blind ain't really bad status. It cuts down your accuracy, But blind is bad because, remember, it prevents us from from gaining stats at the end of the battle. So, one thing that we'll end up doing in the future is I'll be having Fess use this cure spell on the gas. Because they're undead, they take damage from white magic, so we're gonna have to get Booker back on his feet there with the life spell, but remember what I just said, when you use the life spell, you're gonna have to bring the character, they come back in the back row, so we're gonna have to press the select button and bring Booker back up to the front, because Booker, unlike Gordon, doesn't have a bow, and in order for him to do any damage, he's gonna have to be in the front row. So we want to head down this way real quick here first. And there's a hidden passage there. We're going to go in here and get this crescent sword. It's like the ancient sword, but what it does is it causes enemies to go to sleep rather than curse them. So, but too bad we have these soldiers here, bringing this down to a rank 1 enemy encounter. So. But, yeah, the sergeants that were the boss of the mithril mines, yeah, they're regular enemies there, so. But our main concern is that, the wizard and the magician in the background. Wizards are the updated magicians. We'll run into them later, but. Luckily, Maxine has enough intelligence and a high enough fire spell that she can, take that, magician out in one hit. But. He can still outspeed us, unfortunately, and deal some damage to us. But that's okay. It might give us some hit point growth. So that was a terrible hit by Fess there. Ouch. Really roll damage roll. Nice damage roll though by Booker though. So yeah, with the mithril sword, he's finally able to penetrate the defense of the sergeants there. So. He can probably finish off that sergeant, and Maxine can finish off the other one, and then Fess and Gordon can take out the soldiers. So, like I said, this Dreadnaught, there's a lot of stuff to do in it, so we'll be kind of hopping in, doing a little bit here, a little bit there, and then we'll leave and heal up. But you can only leave and heal up after for a little bit. Once you rescue the princess and Cid, you have to complete the entire dungeon. They won't let you leave the dungeon to heal. So we're going to do as much as we can before we rescue the princess and Cid. So that's another reason why you can't use the teleport or the warp spell in this dungeon. Because they kind of trap you in it, so they disabled, sort of like in the snow caverns, because there was that cutscene with Joseph and the boulder. They disabled the warp and teleport spell. Same thing in here, so. But, ooh, Scourge Tome. Not what we wanted. Like I said, we really want that Berserk Tome, but oh well. We'll give Booker that, the Crescent Sword. It's more powerful than the Mithril Sword, but once again, it has really terrible accuracy. Slightly better accuracy than the Ancient Sword, but still pretty bad accuracy. So we'll use it in like kind of boss battles, but mainly we'll try to use the Ancient Sword first to get the curse, and then if we can put the enemy to sleep then after it's cursed, that'll be, you know, even better. But so luckily in the next dungeon we'll be able to, well, not even before we get to the next dungeon, the next kind of town we'll be able to get to, we'll be able to get a better sword. So yeah, the mithril equipment ain't holding up anymore. So I've got a new enemy here, the Stunner. They can be really annoying because, as you can see with Booker there, they have a chance to stun you. Stun Touch, it's called. Better than Death Touch though, which is famous in Final Fantasy 1. All those sorcerers and a few other enemies had the Death Touch, where they'd hit you once and boom, you know, not KO'd. But these guys just stun you. So weak versus fire, so hit him with a nice fire spell that'll knock him out. or if Booker finally gets back on his feet, he's strong enough and has enough accuracy with his swords hits that he can take him out in one hit. So, or one attack round. So, 2 hits, 50 damage there. If he hit all 4, that'd be over the 100 damage. Ooh, Maxine getting another intellect. So that's all we can do on that part of the floor. Well, there's more. There's another section of that floor, but we got to go down a different way. All the doors on top are trap rooms, so I'm going to avoid them. But we're going to head over this way real quick because there is one treasure chest over here. It's out of the way because the 2 other goals that we have to rescue the princess and rescue Cid, and then to find the engine room and drop the sunfire in it, they're all over to the right. So we're gonna, like I said, sneak over here to the left, get this treasure chest, get as much as we can, and then we will, go out, heal up, and then we'll be fully prepared to complete the other 2 objectives, rescuing the princess and Cid and destroying the Dreadnaught on our next venture into this war machine. So, like I said, this gives us a little bit here to work on our stats. You know, trying to get Maxine to maybe get some more magic points by using up a bunch of her magic. Same with Fess, getting his magic low. So, we got some hit points. Booker got agility, nice. And we got 400 gil. Not that we have too much to spend it on, but like if we did sequence breaking and went to Macidia town, there's a bunch of good equipment we can get there, but we're not going out of order. So, Wraiths are the skeleton monsters, not to be confused with that Charlie Sheen movie, The Wraith. That's actually available for free on YouTube. It's one of those YouTube movies. So, Charlie Sheen was like a kid who got he was dating some girl, and there was like a gang, car thief gang, and they basically challenged people to races, and if they lose the race, they'd steal their car, basically. And the gang leader like kills Charlie Sheen, but he comes back as a wraith in this like super futuristic car, and then of course he races all the gang members and, you know, kills them in car races basically. So it's a weird movie. If you like cars, I guess it's cool. It's like I don't know, maybe an early Fast and Furious type movie. It's all about car racing and stuff like that. Never seen any of the Fast and Furious movies, but my one friend, she dated a guy who was big into cars, and he was kind of an idiot though. But he was big into cars, and he had a big souped up racing car. He actually was like, I'll tell you a story about it, but anyway, he was actually an extra in the Fast and Furious movies. He said like, oh, like my car, you can see my car in like 2 scenes, like one where they're pulling out of a garage, and then another one like he's one of the people cheering on a race in the background, and his car's in the background. So yeah, it was funny because he was. I remember one time we went out. It was me, him, and the girl. And we went out, and as we're finishing up the night, he's driving home. We're on the highway, and the highway is 65 miles an hour. But he's doing like 120, and I was like, dude, slow down. He's like, no, I gotta get home real quick. And I'm like, why? He's like, cause like I'm on like probation, and if I like my like probation officer, like I'm not supposed to be out beyond 10, and if if he comes, I can go back to jail. And I was like, dude, like what are you on probation for? And he was like, speeding. Like so it's pretty crazy. Like in some like southern states, if you're it's like a felony. If you can actually go to jail if you're over a certain amount, the speed limit. So I was like, dude, I don't care if you go to jail. I want to live. I was like, you are slowing down. Of course, he didn't listen to me, but I was like, yeah, I'm never going out with them again. So, but that's my weird story. So, but as you can see there, I was using Insuna. We could do it, like I said, multi-target, but I just want to get the extra bonus points for Fess. Because if we just used it once, that's 2 points, but if we use it 3 times, that's 6. So we're trying to build up that Insuna spell, and that prevents me from having to use it multiple times in battle, like wasting turns in battle casting it. So dope. Luckily, paralysis though is not a permanent status effect, so Fess will still gain points toward his, to whatever he does in battle. So, woohoo! Alright. Now, heading over here to the right, that door up there is our destination. That's going to take us down to the floor we were just on, and that's where we'll find Cid and Hilda to rescue them. Heading straight down will take us to the engine room, but you can't do anything in the engine room until you rescue Cid and Hilda, because if you you can't blow up the Dreadnaught with them still on there. You have to rescue them first, so it's important that we're going to find them. So here's that annoying blind force spell. So, ugh. Casting it on everybody. No. Well, it just means that Fess is going to have a lot of Insuna uses. So, eventually, like I said, we'll end up getting equipment that'll prevent status ailments like this, though. I believe Blind is a body elemental spell. So you have your fire, ice, lightning, poison or arrow. And then you have 4 additional. You have mind, matter, body, and then death. So those are your, like, 8 resistances. So, well, time to pull out the Insuna spell. I'm getting a lot of work on that, so maybe if we can get that up to maybe, like, level 3 by the end of this dungeon, that'll be nice. Maybe get, hopefully get some of Maxine's spells up to level 3, her Scourge and Thunder. So, probably Thunder would be the more important one, though, because, like I said, after this dungeon, we'll end up getting a boat. And once we're on the boat, well, we'll be running into a lot of enemies that are weak against lightning. So here's where Cure Spell can actually be used offensively against the undead. So Fess is not strong enough, unlike Booker, to take out one of those ghasts on his own. But we can take out the 2 ghasts in one turn by having Fess target one with his Cure 3 spell, which can take it out, and have Booker take out the other one. So get them out of the way before they cast that annoying Blind Force spell on us. So they must have a high intellect because, it's multi-targeting, but it's still doing a lot of damage to her. It's not doing damage, but it's still having pretty decent accuracy on our characters when those ghasts use it. So, all right, another hit point uses for Booker. Yeah, we have one of these curly Q rooms. And here on the 2nd floor again. Up there is where we got that crescent sword. And down here, hey, look, we got Cid and Hilda. And here we got another new enemy, the Werepanther. If we're using the canes, the Werebuster cane that we got back in Cashuan Keep, that would deal extra damage to the Werepanthers. And that stunner enemy, and the Wererats. So it's pretty good for this dungeon, but we're not having anybody use canes. So it'd be a better usage than be doing more damage than any of our swords. So yeah, we're in a point in the game right now where, like, swords are not that good, but still they're better than axes, because we're gonna start getting better swords in a little bit. Axes have a big problem where you have the mithril axe for so long, And enemies are getting better defense, but you don't get a better axe for a while, so... It's nice that Cid and the princess are in matching uniforms there. I guess that's all that sprite and color limitations. So... Gotta make them the same color. So, yeah, work on that thunder spell there. Thunder's strong enough, I think, that we can take out one of those wraiths in the front there with it. So, I said get that up, cause oh no, close, but no cigar. Should have had Gordon should have attacked the wraith. That would have taken it down, but just gives us a little bit more time to work on stuff. Fess we don't need him to do much, so he can use an Insuna, and the rest of our characters can finish off the other one. Booker finishes it off easily, and Maxine can finish off this one, or Maxine and Gordon can finish off this one. Bloop. And we won! Woohoo! Speaking of princesses and Princess Hilda there, I have my princess out here. And she's, of course, causing trouble. So, well, how are we going to rescue Princess Hilda from trouble? Find out in our next episode. Thank you, take care, have a good day. Bye.